Hello everyone. Sorry, couldn't figure out how to make it work, but today we're going to be discussing Michelangelo by yours truly, Austin Fouch. He was born in Caprice, Italy on March 6, 1475, and he died in Rome on February 18, 1564. His primary type of artwork was sculpture, painting, and architecture. His preferred materials was marble, fresco, and oil paint. The period of art that he was in was considered High Renaissance. The High Renaissance is characterized by a focus on humanism, proportion, perspective, and the use of classical themes. It emphasizes balance and harmony in art. So here's some personal information on the artist. Michelangelo was not only a master sculptor, but also a skillful partner in architecture. He famously said, "I saw an angel in marble and carved until I set him free," reflecting his deep connection with his materials. Three other artists who worked in this style would be Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael, and Titian. While all three artists shared a focus on humanism and classical themes, da Vinci was particularly known for his dynamic features and intensity, whereas Raphael is known for his clarity and grace, and Titian is known for his use of color and texture. Some more interesting and personal info on Michelangelo was a famous quote attributed to him is, "If people knew how hard I worked to get my mastery, I wouldn't seem so wonderful at all." Major events during his life included the Protestant Reformation, which influenced his later works, leading him to explore themes of faith and human experience more deeply. Here's a portrait of Michelangelo, and there's a side profile. One of his most famous artworks, David, was made between 1501 and 1504. It was made out of marble. It is 17 feet tall, and the location is at the Galleria dell'Accademia di Firenze. Another famous piece of artwork by him is Pieta. It was made between 1498 and 1499. It was also made out of marble, and it stands at 5'9" tall and 5'10" wide. Its location is at St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City. Probably one of his most famous artworks is the frescoes in the Sistine Chapel. It was made in between 1481 and 1483. It was made out of wet plaster, and the size of it covers the roof of Sistine Chapel, and the location is clearly in the Sistine Chapel. Here are some questions over David, or over one of those three paintings, and I picked David. The sculpture depicts the biblical figure David, poised before his battle with Goliath. This portrait sculpture is representing a specific kind of individual, that individual being David. The style and form, the artwork is highly realistic, showcasing a deep understanding of human anatomy and classical ideas of beauty. Sensory qualities, art elements, the sculpture emphasizes form and line. The smooth, polished marble creates a tactile texture, inviting a viewer to imagine the feel of skin and muscle. The lines are meticulously carved, defining the contours of David's body and creating a sense of dynamic tension. The color scheme, the sculpture is monochromatic, utilizing the natural white of the marble, and his lack of color the viewer's attention to the form and detail of the sculpture. Formal property. The balance of the sculpture achieves a sense of balance through its symmetrical composition. David's weight is evenly distributed, creating a sense of grounded figure. Proportion. Michelangelo masterfully employs proportion and creates a harmonious and idealized human form. The relationship between different body parts are carefully calculated to achieve a sense of classical beauty. Interpretation. Michelangelo likely aimed to portray David as a symbol of youthful strength, courage, and divine favor. The choice of David, a biblical hero, suggests a desire to inspire civic pride and celebrate the triumph of good over evil. The artwork invokes a sense of awe, admiration, and perhaps even a touch of vulnerability. David's poised stance and intense gaze suggest a figure on the cusp of greatness, inspiring viewers to contemplate their own potential. My favorite part had to be the hands, because they are so realistically rendered and seem to convey both strength and a sense of anticipation. The judgment of art can be defended as work of art using combinations of theories. using as art of realism. The sculpture's meticulous attention of anatomical detail and lifelike representation of the human form aligns with the principle of realism. Art is expression beyond more imitation. David expresses a range of emotion from determination to vulnerability, inviting viewers to connect with the figure on a deeper level. Art for formal properties. The sculpture's masterful use of balance, proportion, and line demonstrates Michelangelo's technical skills and elevates the artwork to a level form of excellence. And here are some resources I use. Thank you.